Hello, welcome back to Math Time with Professor Prime, and I'm your host, as always, Professor Prime. And today we're going to talk about math and the Truth Serum. So, to begin, right, I'm going to be talking about drugs and alcohol in this one, and not in a bad way, but I feel like a content warning was needed for that. So, if you don't want to watch this one, I get it. It's okay. If you're cool with it, then let's go. And either way, my idea is that like it shouldn't be too bad, but different things might hit different people, and when it comes to drugs and alcohol, it can be sensitive. So with that in mind, I'm going to continue. Let's go. All right. So with the truth serum, to start, it's not actually a thing. Like, right, we grow up and we hear about it in media and it is used in real life, but what it really is isn't like this magical thing that tell or gets people to tell the truth. What it is a set of mind altering drugs that share that name, that nickname, so to speak. That pretty much do the same things, right? They're barbiturates, they're downers, depressants. They make you more suggestible. They affect your central nervous system. They make it harder to concentrate. They might make you more likely to tell the truth, but it isn't a guarantee. And one of the biggest problems with them is that they're deeply unethical, right? They're illegal in most places. And the idea is, like, it might get you to talk, but there's no guarantee that it'll be the truth. It could lead to someone kind of just doing what the person who injected them or gave them the drugs, right? Sorry, there's a better way to say that. The idea is that like if someone were to inject someone with the so-called truth serum or give them the certain drugs, it could lead them to doing what the person wants, right? And that's not necessarily providing the truth, but because they're suggestible, they might give up information that isn't actually true, or they might give up information that didn't relate to whatever they were being interrogated about, and that's a huge problem, right? Like, and over in the U.S., which is where I'm at, there's the idea that this could conflict with the Fifth Amendment, you know, and that's something. There's something to be said about that. But where does the math come into play? Well, really, all over the place when you think about it, right? Like, there's math and the chemistry involved to make these different drugs, with one of the most popular ones being sodium pentothal, but not the only one. There's math in all of that. There's, I think my camera froze, but the idea is like there's math in the dosage, right? Too little, and you might have someone not be as suggestible as you would like. Too much, and you could kill them. And that's a problem. So you have to be precise with the dosage. And there was a time in our country over here where it was things like sodium pentothal was used as an anesthetic as well. So you had the so-called truth serum being used to put people under because for some people, give them a certain dosage and maybe they fall out in under a minute. So there's math in that too, and there's math in how your biology is reacting with these different drugs. And some people, they might count the truth serum as alcohol, right? I'm sure you've heard it, like people under alcohol, like are having too much, might let some things slip or might, be a little bit more true to their character, so to speak. Now, there's no evidence that this is absolutely true, but there are some cases where maybe that's the case for some people. So for some people, maybe they get some people drunk, which is, its own problem, right? It is not okay. But my whole point is that there's math involved in all that. And honestly, I could do a separate video on math and alcohol, but that's another story for another time. But my big thing is like whether you're dealing with alcohol, sodium pentothal, or some other mind-altering drug, there's a lot of math in how these things function, and there's a lot of math in balancing out like what might affect someone versus what might kill them, and there's a lot of math in producing these things, right? A lot of money involved, so there's math in that, and it's kind of wild when you think about it. So you have the biology, you have the chemistry, you have the money, and there's math in all of that and how everything functions and flows. And I left some links in the description about the Truth Serum if you wanted to know more about it. But again, I can't stress this enough. Not only is the truth serum not actually a thing because there's no guarantee that you'll tell the truth, but it's deeply unethical. Can't stress that enough. Whether you're dealing with getting someone drunk or giving them sodium pentothal or anything else that falls under that category, it isn't okay. But I wanted to put this out there because I think it's an interesting topic and it might make some people interested in learning more. And it's just like, even in something that just seems as odd as this, like math is there. And you know, it's not always used in a good way, but like context is key. Math itself, not really good, not really evil, but how we use it, I mean, that's a different story, right? So I hope this gives you something to think about. I'll see you in the next one.